Hi, I'm Jim Hauser. I'm an expert with Curated. I'm testing today the Mizuno ST-G 220 driver. First off, I'm not sponsored by any brands, so these are my personal thoughts and opinions of every club I review. This driver is the most adjustable driver that Mizuno has made. They've had an adjustable driver before, but now they actually have 3 places to put the weights. So that's the significance of this driver. It also has a deeper face, top to bottom, which promotes very low spin, but because of the adjustability, you can make it high spin or low spin, and you can also make it draw biased or fade biased. Or you can take one of the side weights and put it in the back to make it launch a little bit higher. So according to Mizuno, this is the most adjustable driver that they've ever made that can manipulate ball flight better than anything else they've ever made. The tech in the club is very similar to the ST-Z and the ST-X in almost all aspects. This one again has a deeper face, which often promotes lower spin. And then all of this tech underneath where we have the weight tracks is what really sets this one apart. It continues to have the wave technology, the quick switch Hauser. It's carbon, so they've been able to use a beta titanium face and distribute weight where they want it because of this lightweight material and the carbon that's all around the club. So a lot of technology here.
You know, the first impression, I was very excited. I've never used an adjustable club like this, so I was very excited to get my hands on it and try out some different settings and see if I can really manipulate the ball within the head of the club rather than trying to shot shape. My first impression, I did not get the results I wanted. I felt like the weighting system wasn't as effective as I thought it would be. I play a little fade and I thought it would straighten it out a little bit, and I just didn't see the results that I was looking for. I would say this club is a fit for someone looking for a lot of adjustability, for being able to manipulate the weighting in the shaft. It's also very low launching, so if you tend to have a high ball flight, this will bring that down for sure. If you're happy with the shot shape that your driver currently produces, you might not need adjustability like this. It's very beneficial for someone who might have, tend to switch back and forth. Today they're shooting a slice, tomorrow a little bit of a hook, and they want to combat that day to day. This is a great driver to have. Otherwise, I'd say if you have a straight shot and you like to play it, you may not need this sort of adjustability. I didn't find that this was the most forgiving Mizuno driver in the line, but it definitely had some forgiveness. It's got a wide face, a large head, very comforting to look at, and you can definitely miss the center of the face and not get punished too much. Again, with a lot of the Mizuno line, low launching driver, low line drives. I felt more with this one. Couldn't get a ton of height on it. Even moved one of the weights to the back of the head to create a little more height. Got a little more, but not a very high launching driver. I would say middle of the road ball speeds, right where I'm used to seeing them. You expect maybe a slight bump year to year based on technology. I didn't see a ton of that. Out of the Mizuno line, I would say this is one of the higher spinning drivers. It didn't go crazy. It never ballooned on me. It always stayed low, but you could just tell there were spinny drives coming off when you didn't catch the center of the face. The most unique thing about this driver is going to be the adjustable weight system, and they've done something a little different from other brands. Some brands have a sliding weight in the back, some sort of towards the front. They've had these 2 manipulatable weights here, one that you can move into the back. I like the options it gives. I think it gives a lot of options for adjustability. Some people might lean away from these adjustable drivers. I think that it might add another aspect to your game that you have to think about, that you have to adjust for these adjustable weights. So I think that maybe that would steer some people away, but if you want that manipulation in your shot shape and the weighting in the club, it's a great option. It's got that classic Mizuno sound, a sort of tinny, high pitch, loud and firm impact sound. The feel, compared to some of the other drivers on the market right now, it's not the best feeling, but it's competing for sure and it's producing great numbers.
This club could be very, very workable, again, set up properly. You can set it to have a ball flight that you want, but I believe you can also move the ball flight. Once you know exactly where it's going to go on a standard swing, you could alter your swing to make it go left or right at will. Launch on this club was, to me, kind of a medium launch, not a super high launch, and very, very low spin. So it didn't have the trajectory that I'm used to. So this would really appeal to a very fast swing player. Ball speed is a function of a fast swing, a titanium face that has some spring to it, And so the ball speed off of this will be just as good as any of the other Mizuno drivers, but again, tuned properly and having the weights where you want them to go will impact ball speed. Again, spin on this driver was, for me, very, very low. The impact of spin on a golf ball is that you have to have the proper combination of launch and spin to make a golf ball hang in the air the proper time. So if the spin is too low, a golf ball will actually fall out of the air. So for me, this did not launch high enough or spin high enough to be ideal. So if there was any drawbacks, it's that the club is a little busy underneath. It has so many combinations of adjustability that unless you were working with a professional fitter for quite a bit of time to optimize it for you, it would be very difficult for the average person to spend time at the driving range moving these weights around to figure out if they were getting it correct. You would really almost need a launch monitor and a professional fitter to put these weights in the place that you need them to be and hit balls into a launch monitor to see what effect those movements are having. So pretty simple as to who should avoid this club would be, a higher handicap player. It's got too much adjustability. It's probably not going to help that person. A higher handicap player wants something easy to hit, reliable and simple, in my opinion. A very low handicap player that really wants to tune, very fine-tune their ball flight, this would appeal to. Again, it would take some time, but that type of a player is often very meticulous and would go through what you would need to go through to make this club work for them. If you would like to chat with me about the best clubs that fit your game, please come see me at Curated.com, and my personal link is in the description below. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, and there will be tons more content from Curated.